It's me again. Yeah, yeah. Father God, I make them fight me so hard. I lucky things to me no coward. I lucky thing me put me trust in the Lord. Them want me for dead in the mag like dog. No make do up your work, cause them get no reward. No make them get no reward. No make do up your work, cause them get no reward. No.
WEFM, the new fresh sound. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Hey, we got 9:30 on the ticker.
Hot gala, hot gala. Hot gala.
Oh yeah, so let me say good morning to all the folks who in Capital Kingston right now. Today's gonna be a little busy, right?
Oh, it's on the month. Yeah, it is.
And Saturday's a holiday.
All right. Wait, let me say now before I forget. Happy birthday in advance to Kojo. Kojo's birthday is on the 1st of August, Emancipation Day. All right. So yeah. So Kojo, before I forget tomorrow, you're getting it now. Okay.
Yes. Advance birthday greetings going out to you, Kojo. Before, I'm going to be here on Saturday, Roleza going to be home, so Roleza says.
So what Maka will do for you during Reggae Blast is drop a tune for you, okay? Yeah. That's what he will do.
Roleza, something that really puzzles my mind sometimes is, I'm wondering if it's Vincentian folks who drive, the drivers on the road, know what the double white line means on the surface of the road. You know the double white line, right?
I've seen it. I could go across, right? Not so? The broken line. No, the broken one. Right. The broken line means I could go across.
Yeah, the broken one means you could go across, but there's two white lines.
On the road?
On the surface of the road. You know what that means?
Somebody going to say, boy, she buys your license. Where can I actually see this? In front of my police station, I think?
No. Let me see if we can see this. When you come from the tarmac area and you're heading across to the main road, I think there's one just before you head across to the main road.
So it means stop?
It means stop. It means stop.
Okay.
And there are some people, I don't know, people like they don't know what it means.
But Maka, okay, so I'm not even trying to say something out of ignorance here, but apart from, us learning these rules and, what all these things mean when we are learning to drive, we recognize them, we see them, but do we actually still pay attention to them?
But we have to pay attention to them.
It's interesting you said because
that same area talking about, people don't want to stop at that area.
But this is the thing. So I think for me, I actually pay more attention to the actions of a driver as opposed to what the marking on the road is supposed to automatically mean, right? So if I get there, so let's say I'm coming from Joshua Center, right? To head towards the windward side to go across the tarmac, and a vehicle is there. I would more wait to see what the driver's action is, if they're going to go straight over or if they're going to let me to pass, right? So I don't know if I actually pay attention to the marking on the road or more to what I predict the action of the driver is going to be.
I understand the point, but you're supposed to pay attention to the marking on the road because let's say there's a no entry on the surface of the road.
Well, boy. You see, one of the things I think that may contribute to us not paying attention to these road markings is plenty of them need painting over.
Well, you're correct.
Right?
You're correct.
A lot of them need painting over. And of course, I know police going to say that this isn't any excuse and all of that, but because we don't see them visibly often enough, people sometimes just don't pay attention to them.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to. But people, I don't know. You're correct. People don't really pay attention to them.
All right, let me see. We haven't heard from Dave in a while. Dave, morning.
Good morning to you, Lisa.
How are you?
And your co-pilot or co-host.
Morning.
Yeah. Now, Saturday is a national holiday, right? Public holiday.
It is, yes.
We refer to that as Emancipation Day. Does it mean anything to you? Do you think you're a part of it, or you can be a part of it? What do you think the national consciousness is all about when it comes to Emancipation Day? Are you happy with that? I'm just trying out the question. Anybody can answer me, you know.
Yeah.
Because in my humble opinion, I've been around a while, and according to what I learned in school about Emancipation Day, that to me is one of the most important days in our history, our development, because it all goes back to our ancestors who were forced to become slaves, who went through slavery. And that's the history of our Caribbean, so to speak. That there's still a hangover. And that's why I have a problem. I say and I repeat over and over that we still are yet to be emancipated, because things that we ought to know where our history is concerned. Have you ever asked yourself, well, you don't have to, but I'm just asking the question, have you ever asked yourself, why is it your relatives, my relatives, all of your black people, why they have to go through this what to call it, why they have to go through all that? Why they have to be used as though they were second, third, fourth class? And some of us, it has destroyed us mentally that we do so many things that we still continue to support it and we don't know. So I am happy. I'm hearing a lot of talk about Emancipation Day. It's for years. I sorry I wasn't maybe I should have been a revolutionary when it comes to emancipation, because I am not happy in the year 2026 that black people still, those who can't help themselves, those who are vulnerable, find themselves in vulnerable situations and still have to suffer. I don't know if I make any sense, but I just have to express that feeling and reach out to my people out there to know if they understand what emancipation is all about and the progress. Have we made the right progress where emancipation is concerned?
Okay.
I doubt anyhow, but I just wanted to say that and hear your brilliant.
All right, Dave. All right, I'd answer after. All right, we have another call coming through. Okay.
All right, I think we lost that call.
All right, so the person was calling. Try calling back.
Okay, let me see. All right, I think we have a call on the line. Hello, morning.
Okay, Mark, you're talking about white line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like two solid white line is not you cannot cross that either.
Yeah. Two solid white. Yeah.
You can't go across two or even one solid like white line. You're not supposed to cross. That comes like a wall.
Two solid white lines straight ahead.
Yeah, straight. No breaking
right.
If it doesn't break, then you can cross over.
Right, so I'm talking about two solid white line across.
I mean, just across, like, entrance to the road or exit
Yeah. The entrance to the main road.
If there's two solid white line there, you have to stop.
Right, I was telling Roleza that.
Until it's like you have to make sure there's no car passing. You're supposed to stop, not the car that's coming across on the main road.
Right.
You have to stop and make sure that it's clear before you can go out.
Yes, but in our
Even though there's no sign up on top of the pole saying stop, that is a stop sign in the true sense of the word.
yes, but in our blessed land, we don't.
With our blessed people.
We don't respect that. We don't respect that. Listen,
that's one thing I don't think people.
there are
I
certain
don't think
signs that we respect here. Is like pedestrian crossing and no entry sign.
Pedestrian crossings we respect. Some drivers don't respect it either. They see you stopping to cross and they continue driving.
Maka, thing I notice is when people don't use the indicator that much, you know.
Well, there's another thing.
People expect you to know that they're going past. Yeah.
There's another thing.
You're supposed to know they're going past that, so they don't indicate.
You're correct.
So, you know, and it's not only for the person who behind you need to indicate.
For the person in front.
Yeah, the person who's coming towards you, because that person can't read your mind to know that you are going past that. You know, so I've seen so many times that people just pull and go in a gap, and then never indicate. I'll be honest with you, I don't know if there are much more accident. Anyhow, Maka, you know, you were talking to Roleza earlier. You'll be surprised at how much single fathers they have. Because it's not something that men go about and, you know, say. Because a lot of men shame to say the woman left them with the child, so they just take the licks and silence.
You took a fine time to leave me, Lucine.
But I don't think we have as much as mother, eh?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
But I'm saying you'll be surprised how much it is. You might think it's not that much, but there's a lot of women who are currently and as really just say the mother might have gotten a job overseas and daddy ain't get the job, so you have to take care of the child. There's a lot like that. There's a lot of women that left St. Vincent and gone overseas, you know. And it's either the grandmother of the child is taking care of the child or you know, somebody who they entrust to. But then if them and daddy is living together, most likely this daddy end up with the children. Yes, daddy might find himself a girlfriend and fill that gap in a sense, but he's still a single father. You understand what I'm saying? He's still taking care of the child himself. So it's a lot more prevalent than you think it is, because the mom might quicker go out and get the help, and it look like, if you don't know this situation, you might just assume that is a mother of the child. Yeah. You know? So there's a lot more single mom taking care of child. It's just that a man might quicker get the help than most women might not just go out.
That is true.
Most women might not just go out and pick up a man just so. I mean, some might do it, but the quicker find a man will go out and find a woman, because especially for a girl child, as you say, he might not be able to plait hair and do all kind of thing. So, you know, sometimes even he probably pulling his sister. Because he can't do it, he pulling his sister. The child may spend Monday to Friday by the sister. You know, somebody in the weekend they come and stay with daddy. So there's a lot like that going on. Because I grew up under single. He wasn't my dad, but when I grew up, my mother left when I was 11 years old. So I knew that I knew my mother, but she had to go away. So
you talk about that. It's the same thing with my mother, because my grandmother left to go to Aruba, and they were raised by my grandfather. Now to think about it in truth. So it probably I just never thought about it.
It's a lot more prevalent than people think it is. It's that man over there and say that, I'm a single dad, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, he always say, I raised you all by myself, I had no man to help. You know, I'm going to take you and just try along, you know? So,
interesting.
It's probably more prevalent than you think, Maka.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kojo.
All right, Kojo.
Okay.
You know, there's as we're talking about that, there's a thing that some years ago I wondered. Let's say if you have, how do I approach this? So I knew of a situation where a lady, she had terminal cancer, right? She subsequently died. And the man, they had 2 children, 2 girl children. And I always wondered if the wife, before dying, if she had a conversation with her husband, the father of the children, in terms of if he is supposed to find another woman, like ensure that she takes our children. I know some people don't like to have the conversation about, let's say, another woman getting married to whoever your spouse is and so forth. But because he was raising 2 children, 2 girl children at that, I always wondered if the wife had the conversation with the husband to say, well, if you are to bring somebody into the home, she needs to be this type of way or that type of way, make sure that she's always looking out for the girls, that kind of thing. Sometimes I always wonder, when people know that they are going to die, what is the type of conversation they have with their spouse?
Boy, I don't know, but
because one like me, I am going to tell you, please, to ensure that this person is actually, I don't want a woman in the house just to say that there's a woman in the house, but she actually has to be looking out for the interests of the children, right? That is something that I would explicitly say, because, I just don't want for them to, yes, they would miss me as the mother, right? They would always miss me. But I need to know that my children are actually being taken care of and raised properly, and not just for you to have somebody to help you in the house as a man.
Well, I guess that will have to come down to the father.
Yeah, but having the conversation, but I know people don't like to have, some persons don't like having that conversation knowing that they're quote unquote being replaced,
Yeah, but I know, as I say, it comes down to the father to take full responsibility now. The mother gone. So.
And that he does the right thing by the children. Yeah, but yeah, salute and hats off to many of the men out there who are actually raising children. And yeah, I like when we have these conversations, because like I did not even stop and think about that situation between my grandmother and my grandfather in terms of my mother and her siblings. But yeah.
Yeah. So
all right. So you're talking about the double line. So what it is I'm going to strongly advocate for is that the directional signs on the road, that they be painted and be painted frequently, because as I tell you, I pay more attention to the actions of a driver, try to figure out what they're doing.
The signs on the road, because
half the signs on the road need painting over. So like there's that well, I call it the box thing, the box. When you are coming from the leeward side, let's say passing Bookament, and you want to turn into CK Graves, right? So you're supposed to occupy that little box, the middle lane, that box that the box faded.
Yeah.
Right? So I suppose sometimes, unless
most people just estimate it.
But and I get cussed the other day, and a guy cussed me because I was there.
I believe you're being on the right side.
No, I was right in the middle. No, but here what happened, right? So I was in the middle in the box. I calling it the box, right? So
it's the middle lane.
A truck man was coming down. So I estimated that I had enough time to go across, but I have a feeling that he wasn't paying attention, but the man turned around and cussed me, but I did not drive off. I had already drive off and park up.
I believe he was too much far over on the right lane.
No, I was, but then again, if I'm too much far over into the right lane, is it my fault? Because I positioned myself to where I think the box was supposed to be, right? But me know what happened. But I honestly think that the guy was distracted, and because I see him coming, but I just go across it because I realized I had time. But yeah,
you see, in a situation that you have to make sure you're in the middle lane, and then you make contact with the upcoming driver.
Listen, truck man to me was far away. I just went.
You take a chance and see if you could go across.
Boy, but I got caught. All right, so that brings us to the end of our Talk to Us for today, and we are going to head directly into today's Community Dateline.
Nothing else sounds as good as WEFM.